What's up guys, Lord Weed is back at it for another video, and before we start anything, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share a video with a friend. And let's try and hit 150 subscribers by I forgot what month is after July, but let's say, I don't know, the 17th of the next month. So yeah, that's a pretty long time, but you guys have been dead recently, so yeah. I'm gonna have a subscribe and I'm gonna have a like goal for this video. Let's try and hit 10 likes on this video, and I'll do the next part. So yeah, this is gonna be what if Deku had the quirk Demi God, and this is just gonna occur naturally, and he isn't gonna be the son of God or anything. And I'm only doing Greek and the Christian God, so yeah. And you can have some angel powers too. And you guys can ask me to do some other gods from different religions and anything like that. But you guys have to do the research on their powers, cause I don't really want to do that because I'm outside most of the day. And when it's when it's 9 or 10 p.m. I come inside. And I go outside at 3. So yeah, right when I come inside, I record videos. So yeah, sorry for the brain freeze, I guess. So yeah, now without further ado, let's get into the video, and my Discord link will also be in the in the description. So yeah, now without further ado, let's get into the video. So Deku will be born naturally, being the son of the same people. Forgot the mom's name and never knew the dad's name. So yeah, he will not be the son of God or anything like that. It's just gonna be a random occurrence. So Deku will let's start this off when he goes to the quirk doctor. The quirk doctor sees that he has no joint and that his quirk is called Demi God, and would see all the abilities to his quirk. So Deku's quirk will give him the abilities of God and the Greek gods and whatever god you choose. Yeah, and just all their abilities but run down. So they're not as powerful as the people who had them before him. So Deku, the quirk doctor will be like, oh, your son has a really good quirk. It's most likely that he's gonna become the #1 hero if he wants to. So Deku will go to school the next day and tell everybody that he has a really strong quirk that will make him most likely be able to become the #1 hero one day and be just like All Might, let's just say that. So Bakugo would challenge him to a fight because Bakugo thinks Deku's being cocky. So the teacher would let this happen because let's just say spars are allowed in this school. So yeah, Deku would charge at Bakugo when the teacher says go, and he would summon two knives. And these weren't just any knives. They were like the Avatar if he was a knife in the Avatar state. So the knife would have all those elements around it and more. The flames would be black because Lady Amaterats, actually no, never mind. I'm so dumb. Actually, let's just say they're black. The lightning would be white and the rocks would be like normal, but way stronger. So yeah, Deku would throw one of the knives at Bakugo and let's just say Bakugo's quirk is enhanced by a lot. But not by a lot, but like enough to be on par with Deku. Well, like kind of on par. So Bakugo would explode himself out the way and he would launch another explosion, launching himself towards Deku. He would put both of his arms in front of him, trying to launch an explosion in Deku's face. But Deku's last knife that he has in his hand would form into an extremely strong shield. So the rocks would like surround the rest of his body once he put it up. And this explosion would do nothing. It would make the ball roll really close to the edge of the circle, which they're not supposed to get out of during the fight, or else they're disqualified. So Deku would use the black flames and launch them towards Bakugo. So Bakugo would launch himself into the air with Naruto sprouting wings. And let's say you can use super speed while in the air. And a bow would form in his hands out of his shield. So Deku would fly up. Well, Bakugo was hovering, so like he can barely move unless he uses an explosion. But if he does that, he's about to go out the ring. So Bakugo would take the full force attack, putting his defense up, of course. So Deku would pull back the string on his bow with a golden arrow inside of it. Well, about to be launched at Bakugo. Deku would release the string, and this arrow would be getting launched at Bakugo at light speeds. And Bakugo's guts would feel like he's about to die. And the teacher would feel like he's about to die. So he would interfere, and let's just say he has a quirk that can cancel out anything. So, and let's just say he's a hero as well. So yeah. And Deku's quirk would just be erased, but it's gonna come back like the next day because it's just that strong. Well, the teacher's quirk is just that strong. It's like Aizawa's, but on steroids. So, the arrow would just disperse, and all the energy would just come back to Deku. So, time skip to when they're in high school, I think. Yeah, high school. Or end of middle high school. So, this is the last year. And the teacher would be like, oh, Bakugo and Deku are going to UA as expected. And the teacher would be like, oh, I even wrote a recommendation letter for Deku. And Bakugo would get mad, walking over to Deku's desk, trying to launch an explosion at it. Deku would just let this happen, not really caring, because, yeah. So Deku would just ignore this ignore the fact that his desk is just broken into. So yeah. And he would act like nothing happened, making Bakugo even more mad. So Bakugo would grab Deku's face and try launching an explosion when his quirk would just stop working. And let's just say the explosion, no, it's not gonna stop working. The explosion just went to his other hand for some reason. Let's just say Deku did that with one of the powers he's learned over the years. So, Deku would take the shortcut home, and I don't know. Actually, I do know, but like, I only said I don't know because I was gonna yawn. So yeah, Deku would take the shortcut home, and the sludge villain would come and encase Deku in his sludge. So Deku didn't really care, and he would just release black flames, boiling the sludge villain alive, making it unwrap Deku, and it would try running away, making a flame barrier to, no, like, yeah, flame barrier on both sides of the tunnel. So Deku would just walk out and make the flame barrier slowly close in so the sludge villain would be scared. And All Might would jump out the sewer and beat up the sludge villain. Deku would release the barrier and would ask Deku what his quirk is. Deku would be like, "Oh, my quirk is Demi God." And All Might would be like, "Oh, that sounds like it would be a very strong quirk." So yeah, Deku could sense that All Might has a gigantic injury with, I don't know, a random god's ability. Let's say it's the Christian god's ability. And let's say Deku has a really strong healing ability. So Deku grabs All Might's leg while he jumps and asks, "Oh, why do you have that injury?" All Might would start getting worried until he like poofed into Small Might mode. So he would spit out that blood and show Deku the injury. And Deku would tell All Might that he has a really strong healing ability and asked if he could try healing All Might. So All Might would be like, "Yeah, just in case it worked," not trying to ignore anything that might be able to cure him from his injury. Why did I say cure? Just heal him from his injury. So Deku would try healing it, and it wouldn't go fully back to normal, but like most of it would. So All Might would have a way smaller injury, and his hero time would go back to like, I don't know, 6 hours a day. I forgot how much hours a day he could do it, but I think it was 3, so let's say it's 6 now. And All Might is like almost at his prime again. Not almost at his prime, but like near it. No, he's not almost, but he's like kinda near, but not close enough to be almost. I don't even know why I mentioned that, but I did. So yeah. And please watch my videos to the end because I make some pretty good content now, unlike in the past. So yeah. Deku would Deku would ask All Might if no if he wants me to if he wants you no Deku would ask All Might if he if you want Deku, like he would ask All Might if he wants Deku to heal him more the next day. So All Might would be like, yeah, of course, not turning that down because he could be in his prime again. And then if All for One rises again, he won't stand a chance. Like, well, let's say Deku's healing ability brings back more of All for One, so his All for One energy went back to its prime, but his body isn't at its prime. So yeah. All Might would ask Deku if he wants to be his successor on, like, right there on the roof, and Deku would say yeah. So now it brings All Might's All for One, like, drainage to, like, actually never mind. So All Might would give Deku a piece of hair, and then they would hear an explosion. Deku would swallow the hair real quick after All Might told him to, and they would start heading to where the explosion happened. So All Might, being near his prime, could be working for like 6 hours longer. So he just finished off the sludge villain, which was already mega injured, and instead of a tornado would create a full-on storm tornado. So yeah, let's just say that everybody would head home, and yeah, Bakugo didn't need to thank Deku because it was All Might who saved him. So they would do the 10-month training arc, and Deku would do the recommendation exam, getting first place, even beating that guy that can use wind. So yeah, Deku would get into the exam, and this is no, and Deku would. I was about to end it off. Now you guys know where I'm gonna end it off. So yeah, I can't leave you guys on a cliffhanger because you know I'm gonna put you on a cliffhanger. So yeah, Deku would get into the school then after the exam, and yeah. I don't even know why I'm still chilling when the video is near to end. So yeah, Deku. No, everybody would surround Deku, being like, "Oh, I didn't see you in the exam yesterday," and he would be like, "Oh, I got a recommendation," and they would be like, "From who?" And Deku would be like, "All Might." So yeah. No, All Might would accept his recommendation thing. So yeah. Deku would have gotten like all the points in the exam. So yeah. So yeah. I say so yeah too much in my videos. And this is gonna be where I'm ending things off. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share the video with a friend, and my Discord link will be in the description. So yeah, so yeah. Uh, hmm. I don't really know what else to say, but like, yeah. Well, anyways, Lord Weed is signing off. Bye.